Hey everyone! So MAC released their summer collection, Vibe Tribe, on May 16th online and May 19th in stores. The collection featured 35 items ranging from lipsticks to lip pencils, eyeshadow palettes, blushes, cream color bases, bronzers, nail lacquers, brushes, and makeup bags. There was a lot. All of the products are also housed in special edition packaging, so there is going to be a slight price increase. And since the release date was quite some time ago, I am late on reviewing these items, so let's just get into it. The lipsticks in the collection individually retailed for $18 US, $22.50 in Canada, and contained 0.10 ounces of product. Arrowhead is a light pinky beige nude with warm undertones and a satin finish. While it had great opaque color payoff, it did have a thicker, drier consistency, which did cause the color to separate in lip lines, accentuate any imperfections, and just overall give the lips a drier kind of cracked appearance. This is one of those shades, since it is so light, I feel like it's best to apply a concealer to your lips beforehand or pair a very light nude lip pencil with it. That will really help even out the color, especially as it wears. Arrowhead lasted 3 hours on its own and felt lightly drying. In comparison, Bite Beauty's Retsina was darker, warmer, and more beige. OFRA's So Paulo was darker and more peach, and the Too Faced Melted Sugar was warmer. Hot Chocolate is a medium to dark muted rose plum with warm undertones and a satin finish. It is also the shade I currently have on today. Unlike the previous shade, it had a smoother, creamy texture that applied very easily to lips without tugging or dragging or creating jagged edges. It had nice color payoff, wore evenly overall, and felt very comfortable, almost hydrating throughout wear. Hot Chocolate lasted 4.5 hours before fading. In comparison, ColourPop's Frickin' Frack was darker and more rose-toned. Kat Von D's Lolita was lighter, more pink and matte. Nude Stick's Purity was lighter and less muted. And OFRA's Mocha was darker and warmer. Next up, we have the blushes from the collection. They individually retailed for $21 US, $27.50 in Canada, and they contained 0.21 ounces of product. Modern Mandarin is a medium to dark orange with warm undertones and a soft frosted finish. The texture was very soft, silky, and blended out very easily across the skin. The pigmentation was nice and controllable. It was very easy to build the color up for a bolder cheek or to sheer it down and blend it out. The pretty frosted sheen that this blush leaves behind is subtle, and it doesn't accentuate the look of pores or imperfections on the cheeks. Modern Mandarin wore well for 8.5 hours before fading. In comparison, Becca's Snapdragon was warmer and more red. NARS Luster was lighter, more golden and orange. And Too Faced I Will Always Love You was lighter and less orange. Painted Canyon is a medium to dark coral pink with hints of gold sparkle, warm undertones, and a satin matte finish. Once again, this shade also had a very silky, smooth texture that blended out across the skin very easily. It had nice controllable pigmentation that could easily be built or sheared out. And the gold sparkle was noticeable on a closer inspection, but overall it just kind of gave a more dimensional look to the blush than just being a flat color. Painted Canyon wore well for 8.5 hours before fading. In comparison, Becca's Snapdragon was more coral and frosted. Clinique's Fig Pop was lighter and more orange, and Clinique's Peach Pop was lighter and more pink. And last but not least from the collection, we have the Gleamtones powder. It retailed for $33 US, $38.50 in Canada, and contained 0.25 ounces of product. Dunes at Dusk is a combination of a subtle golden white, a pearlized lilac, a golden peach, and a dusty mauve. The sections can be used individually, or you can mix and swirl them together to create a more light to medium kind of muted dusty rose that has a soft frost finish. While the shades can be built and layered to intensify the color, they do tend to lean more on the sheer side, which in this case is actually ideal since this product is geared towards illuminating. It adds a nice touch of warmth and glow to the face. The texture is incredibly soft, smooth, and easy to blend out across the skin without accentuating the look of pores or imperfections. Dunes at Dusk wore well for 8.5 hours before fading. And that is everything that I picked up from the Vibe Tribe collection. Overall, despite the rather large controversy and articles and things that were said about this collection revolving around culture appropriation, with all of that aside, simply looking at this, as a makeup collection. It's just makeup. It was very well put together. The packaging and colors that were selected do suit the theme nicely. So be sure to let me know in the comments below if you did pick anything up from this collection, if anything caught your eye, or just in general, what your favorite MAC summer collection has been. What's your all-time favorite summer collection that MAC has released? As always, don't forget to check out my blog for more details, photos, and swatches, as well as like, comment, and subscribe to show your support. If you'd like to give me a follow, I will have all of my social media listed here, as well as down in the description. As I always say, I hope you found this review helpful, and I hope that you're having a fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching.